What's up, guys? It's your boy, Dope Randy, back at it again with another video. This time, we're going to be going to Kentucky for the Quaker State 100. The last race we did was at the Charlotte Roval, and boy oh boy, that was a cluster. That was just a complete cluster. People kept crashing, people kept hitting people. It was just an absolute mess. We did get the pole. We got stage 1, because it seems like I was the only one who wasn't hitting anything, but after that, the wheels completely fell off the bus. We got second in stage 2 by a lot. And then we got fourth in the final stage, as we just couldn't find a rhythm, and it was just survival of the fittest and survival to the finish. I'm glad that's out of the way. Now, a quick disclaimer: the Kentucky truck race, I thought it was recording, but I guess the PlayStation went haywire. But it didn't go haywire. But I don't know what happened. Something happened. And we ended up getting no truck footage. So I'm just going to have to tell you what happened in trucks. We qualified 9th. The first 2 stages were pretty decent. The turning point of the race was when I got punted in the last lap of stage 2. I went from 2nd to 7th when I got punted. And then the wheels fell off the train. We got wrecked, not once but twice, inexplicably. And we got 10th. And we gained points on people who we needed to gain points on. So it was an okay day, even though the finish wasn't as high as even though the finish wasn't as high as I thought it would be. So that's that. And now we're on to this cup race here, and you see I've kind of joined you about midway through this qualifying race. I accidentally gave a bump to T-Bone, and you will see that a problem, especially in this part of the proceedings, is that you don't want to be the lead person, because you'll just get the slowest time of them all with all the drafting to suck up. And that's exactly what's happening right now. But yeah, it's not a good way to stay in shape, as we get a 66. But look at that fool of Hunty back though. I guarantee you he just got the pole, or very close to the pole, because he just came right on us like nobody's business. So what I hope happens is that we can pull away from these guys and I can get one good lap in. But I don't think that's going to happen, as we got 1 lap to go in the qualifying race, presented by Sunoco. Hashtag cheap plug. And so I know this is not going to be a pole, but I just want to get as fast as we can here. This lap is looking actually pretty decent. The best amongst the 5. As we come off the turn and we hit a 50, a 30-50. I know that's not going to be the pole, but we'll see. I feel like it's pretty good. I know the draft is OP, but it is what it is. So as we wait to see where the line up. If you like what you see, hit the thumbs up, subscribe down below, or subscribe, hit the bell, subscribe, and comment down below. The more interaction, the better. And, what was it? I lost my train of thought. And, the better, like, let's just have a big, strong community. I don't know where that was going at all. That was a choke. But yeah, just subscribe, like, and comment down below. Anything helps. Anything helps, and it will be greatly appreciated by me. So as you can see, we got 5th, which is not bad. Jay Miller got the pole with a 30.363. Congratulations to him. Hunty's in 2nd with that draft. DJ Craze is in 4th. And you'll see, and I wonder who qualified 3rd. At some point, I might scroll down, and it's going to be Young Boy Terrell. Good shit to him. I know he's been through some bad luck in these races lately, but it might finally be starting to turn around for him. Starting 3rd in this race. I feel like I gave that too much. We'll see. But, yeah. The goal here was to just, and I feel pretty excited about Kentucky as well. Because in case y'all didn't know, Kentucky was where I got my very first win in the Cup Series 3 seasons ago. And the 4th season, like, I've always ran good here. The last season at Kentucky was the season finale. I was sick, and I dragged it to a 6th place finish. I will take that. And hopefully we can have a good result today as we get going. And the inside line gets a great launch off the initial get-go, to the point where Young Boy Terrell is going to take the lead. And how about this turn of events? And I'm just going to follow Mr. Terrell. And hopefully I can get 2nd, but it wants to wash up just a touch. It's still washing. As we're now going to be 3-1 on lap 1 between Spank, Hunting, and me. And we're all just like, forget this, as we make contact between Hunting and me. I don't know what that was. But we get it straight. Oh no, here we go. We're still side by side. I need to make one good move, and there we go. We Gucci. And we're just going to cut it down, and we good. So we're in 4th place now, with 17 laps to go as Terrell and Spankmates contact. And we're up to 3rd place now. And so, this is kind of working out. We started 5th, we're up to 3rd. In the Kleenex Chevy. And so we're basically just chilling, waiting for the first pit stops to come at a point in time. As we're basically we're catching these two slowly but surely with the draft of Spank. I'll let him have the benefit of the doubt, and he can have that inside line for now. As again, 19 laps in stage 1. As at this point, you know when you want to have a horn because someone is being slow on the freeway? This is exactly what I want. As again, I give him the benefit of the doubt. And it's going to bring some boys up in here. As Jay Miller walks up the track a little bit, here comes Spank. But in Spank, they're going to be side by side. As he makes a move, and he'll be good as we're going to try to do the crossover. Gets loose just a touch. Loose just a touch. They make contact. Just the slightest contact. Jay Miller's going to go underneath Spank. They make contact. They make more contact. Do what you got to do. And Jay Miller's going to be the lead as Hunty comes down pit road and holds up Terrell. As I'm the only one who doesn't get touched in that turn. But yeah, Jay Miller doing what he's got to do. Gets to the point midway through this stage. As Hunty pits. And I decide to come down pit road right now. And so does Jay Miller. And so does a lot of people. And we decide to do right side tires. Right side, as someone is doing some landscaping on the grass and he doesn't come up. But yeah, we decide to do a can and 2 tires. Because in Kentucky, you'd be really surprised. The tires really doesn't wear out that much. Unlike other tracks. And so, 2 tires is the move. As you see, Jay Miller did it with me. And here comes Hunty, who also did it. And so, right now we're in 7th, but theoretically we're going to be in 3rd when all of this cycles out. As we got 10 laps to go, you can get about 15 to 16 laps on a tank of gas as you see Hunty taking the proverbial lead over Jay Miller. 2 tires is not the best for gripping, but it will have to do. But, we got 9 laps to go now. I'm going to see if I can catch these 2. The pit stop really didn't help at all. We kind of lost time. As to get held up by a lapper, I don't know who that is. But I feel like if I can just catch them, it would be a win. Because with 8 laps, I would have to gain more than a 10th a lap. And I don't think that's going to happen. Oh, that's not a lap. Well, that's the leader of the race. Oops. Because, you can go 15 laps on a tank of gas. And yeah, that is not the move, though. As that is just slow. As we're in 4th, the leader was right behind us, but he has to come down any time now. And I think the longer he waits, the worse position he's going to be. As we're slowly catching him, as you see in the very back of my mirror, he does come down pit road. But as you can see, we're catching them. but it's not going to be enough, I don't think. As I'm just trying to make it smooth and steady on 2 tiles. Don't put the Kleenex Chevy in any bad situation. As you see, Strauss is out of there. As Hunty is now the point. J Miller is now second. I'm now third. Marcus is fifth. But how about fourth place? JWS, the rookie, driving at 23. How about that? That's amazing. He has also had bad luck this season. It's good to see him have a good run tonight in the beginning of this race. So not much time left in this stage. I think Hunty's got the stage win. And J Miller's starting to run identical lap times, if not better lap times than me, which is an issue for if I want to get second issues. As we've got 3 laps to go and 7 tenths. I don't think it's going to be enough. As I'm hanging this out because, we're getting fresh tires after this. I'm trying to catch them. We gained a 10th on them with 2 laps to go. As now we're starting to catch them. But I don't think it's going to be enough time. As the gap now it moves to 5 tenths. As the gap to Hunty is also decreasing, but I just don't think it's going to be enough. As we're coming to the white flag, 1 lap to go, presented by Coca-Cola, #cheap plug. And I just don't think it's going to be possible. Unless he screws up in turn 3, it's just not going to be enough. I try to wheel it in, but like I said, it's just not going to be enough. Coming off the final turn, and Hunty's going to win the stage. J Miller's second, I'm third. I'll take a 3rd place, though. The pit stops will get you. The pit stops will get you. As for Team Randy, I get 3rd, Rebel gets 9th, Inga gets 13th. So I'll take that. I'll take that indeed. Two of our 3 guys get stage points. And I'm just going to give a call to JWS in 4th. Great job to him. Like I said, he's been through, I think he's had some bad luck this season. I haven't seen him towards the front. But maybe that would change tonight, as he is 4th place. As stage 2 is about to happen, I'm on the inside line, which is the preferred line. But let's not crash. That's the move. Don't crash. And we'll be okay. As it's 17 laps in this stage, as we get a great launch off the get-go. As we do get kind of loose, and we save it for now. J Miller's going to have to run on the outside. I'm going to have to nail turn 3. And we do. As he is now dealing with Marcus in the 18, but he gets around him. As we're now in 2nd. We did lose about 3/10. As I'm just trying to get into a rhythm of these things, as off the initial get-go, they do, I mean, I think you can see it, they do kind of get loose. They get really loose. As I just need to settle into a rhythm, and we will be okay. So, our goal is to catch Hunty 6/10 back, 5/10 back, and I feel like the longer this race goes, or the longer this run goes, I feel like it's going to be more in my benefit as he clips the apron, and that's the break we need, because here comes the Kleenex man, and then I'm just going to choke it, get really loose, gets really loose, save it, Randy, and we do save it. But the bad thing is, look at all the trap position we lose. As we're going to fall back to 8th place. As that was a straight choke. A straight up choke. So, I'm just going to have to get back up towards the front. So, we get around Mega for 7th easily. The next two are right in front of us. I feel like I have a damn good core tonight. And you can see that it's just OP Strauss easy up to 6th. Now we're hitting kind of the meat and potatoes. Well, not really. But, yeah. So we got 11 laps to go. The goal is to get back into that podium as Spank clips the apron. Thank you very much. I'm up into 5th. The next target is T as he drifts up the track a little bit, and I'm just going to come right to him in the 42. As we're kind of pulling away from everyone who we just passed, which is a great feeling, a great sign. As Hunty and Jay Miller come down pit road, we're gonna be underneath T-Bone, and that is going to be, but still side by side, clear, narrow clear, and we are now in 2nd. The next target is Terrell. There's a lap person in front of us. I don't want to deal with it, so we come down pit road. And then we get hooked, but we make it onto the pits. Ahead of Terrell, actually. Which I gained about 6 or 7 tenths on him from going into the pits, which I'll take. And we get a 7-2. But Terrell does get out in front of us. We are 10th. But we just have to see where we are in regards to it, because some people haven't pitted yet. as I get a bad entry into 1 or 3. We're going to ride it all the way to the wall. As you got 7 laps to go. As here comes T-Bone. And we are going to... Are we going to get around him? I think we will. And we will. So there's 1. But let's see if I can catch Terrell. I would guess this is going to be for 4th place. I would guess as Strauss, Inca, and Spank are all right here. And we're going to get around them, and we're going to get around them. So that's good. As another person pits, as Terrell gets loose. And we're just gonna suck up to him. I try to make an overpowered move, and we get to the bumper. I'm gonna try to go low, but he does his thing. He's got a block. Get on the apron just a touch. It's coming out of the pits. This 2 people come out of the pits. So this is now the battle for 3rd place. Really. He gets really loose. And I have to make the move, but he makes an aggressive move. He makes that aggressive block. Then I get punted up a lane. And now we're 3 wide. Or we was 3 wide, but we got 3 laps to go. And then we're gonna go 3 wide. And then Terrell gets loose, and I get just pounded into the fence. And that's a backbreaker for everyone involved. Everyone involved. As Strauss almost spins me out, but it's fine. We got 2 laps to go. Just focus. Just refocus and try to get around Strauss for 6th. That's a backbreaker. Because that's exactly what happened in the chances we get around Strauss. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. But yeah, that's a backbreaker because I felt like if he didn't get loose, we could have had 3rd place. As we're coming to the white flag, 1 lap to go in stage 2, presented by Food City, hashtag cheap plug. But yeah, that's a backbreaker. But it's... At least we didn't completely crash. And I'm not going to get a top 5, but I will get 6th. So that's fine, I guess. But yeah, that's... At least Inca, at least my teammate Inca got stage points. I will take that. But yeah, that's a backbreaker. And it's not his fault. He just got loose and I got sandwiched into the fence. It was tight quarters. And I was just the victim. But it's fine. It's a-okay. At least we got some track position out of this. We didn't fall back to 11th or so. We got 6th. Now for stage 3, I'm just hoping and praying nothing happens. as this is the money stage, the stage you can actually win this race. 25 laps to go. If I can just get up there, I feel like I can race for this win. And then JWS gets loose, and then I'm involved in all of that. Ow. And as quick as I said that, you can take all that right out the window. JWS got loose, pounded me into the fence. Then I was just along for the ride. Damn, that sucks. But welcome to Season 5 for Dope and Randy. Because this is exactly what happened all the time. But it's a part of the deal. So you gotta regroup. You gotta regroup and just come back. We're only 5.5 out of Hunty. So if we can if we turn into Bill Elliott at Talladega back in the 80s, we might have a chance to win this thing. But the realistic goal at this point is just probably a top 5. But it's the price you pay for being tight quarters at Kentucky. One person clips the apron and all hell breaks loose. It's exactly what happened in the other race. Major Spy, y'all know him, hate him, depending on who you are. Just kidding, love you, buddy. Clipped the apron, all hell broke loose. It's exactly what happened here. But instead of Major, it was JWS. And good thing this is not the Mike Holman truck, or we would have been having to go out of our way to pay for all of this. Speaking of the trucks, I know I said we got 10th, but we didn't damage the truck too bad. The left side was pretty beaten up at the end of the race. But that's a part of the deal. Give them support and love. So, as you can see, over the dialogue, we got 20 laps to go, by the way. We've been catching Mega pretty quick. And then he sees that a little faster. And we're going to get around him. And I appreciate it. We're up to 7th place. We got 9 laps of gas. Probably not going to use all the way, or go all the way. As the next person on our list is Strauss in the 34 Ford, K-Love Ford, I should say. And we're catching him pretty good. The goal is to catch him and pass him before the next fuel run. Or before the next pit stop. Or at the end of the... You know what I'm trying to say. And so at this point it's all about consistency and just hitting your marks. And it's all you can really do. As you don't want to get too close to the apron. As meanwhile, in the other race, my buddy and my teammate, Mayo Coop, is walking the dog, if you will, in stage 3 as we clip the apron. But it's okay. But yeah, we're walking the dog right now. Or he's walking the dog as he's winning stage 3. And I just hope and pray he can finish. And I will tell you if he did at the end of this race, so stay tuned. As I'm being really aggressive, well, not being aggressive. If you're aggressive, you'll spin 80% of the time. But I'm going. I'm using this fresh rubber I have. to try to catch Strauss, and that's exactly what we're doing. As someone pits, which is Jay Miller in the 21, and that's going to be really close to making it on gas. I know you can get 15 laps. That's going to be close, but I think he'll barely make it by a lap. So my goal is to pass Strauss at the end of this field run before pit stops. Looks like I have about a lap or two to do it, and we have caught him pretty quickly. As I can just keep it on the bottom. He's going to drift up the track, and he's just going to give it to me. And that is easy peasy lemon squeezy. As we are now technically in 6th, but right now we're 5th. As we have people starting to come down pit road. I decide to do one more lap, just for the heck of it. I feel really fast. And then I don't know what happened in turn 1 right here, but it did not want to stick at all. I probably should have pitted. But it is what it is. As I cannot take another lap of this, and I'm coming down pit road. And we're doing 4 tires and 2 cans, because, you know, that would be ludicrous. So we're going to have 12 laps. As watch out, Palmetto. Pal. That's a pal. As a 15.5, that's not really the best pit stop, but I guess it'll suffice. As pit stops are done, we're going to come out. And here's a really good side. There's T-Bone right there, and not that far away at all. So I will take that and run with it. So there's our top 5, right through in that blue 42 of T-Bone, the CEO, the Hall of Famer himself, as Rebel and Strauss pit, and you see how much track position they're going to lose. Because, you know, if you wait, it can really kill you in the long run. So, we got our leaderboard back out, and it's 1.1 second to T-Bone and 3.5 to Jay Miller. We got 10 laps to go. I don't know about Jay Miller, but I really want to catch T-Bone and get him for a top 5. As we don't have the best turn 1. As again, just like the last run, it's all about hitting your marks and just being consistent. As we got 9 laps to go, the gap is still a second. I'm not really concerned. I feel like I've got the better call than T-Bone. He kind of likes to drift up, I've noticed. Earlier in the race, I don't know if he fixed it now. I mean, he's still kind of doing it, but not nearly as bad as it was. It looks like he also has to feather it in the gas a little bit. So I have the advantage on the entry, because I can just pull straight to him. As that was a great turn 1. We're gonna have some gap as you see a spank. I think that's Spank. Yeah, that's Spank in that white and black dot. on the screen, as we've got 7 laps to go. As we have made up more than half the distance required to get T-Bone. Yeah, I can just hang it on the bottom, and he just has to feather it into the around the turn. We got 6 laps to go. He tries to protect the bottom. I try not to hit him, as we're just gonna follow. I'm just gonna follow him through turn 1. Try to get in good position to get him in 3. As he walks up the track a little bit, and that's gonna turn it. That's gonna be right in my favor as new 5th place. It's gonna be the 37. And all of a sudden, Jay Miller has dropped. From 3.5, it's now 0.7 and dropping, which is very interesting. I don't know what happened. I don't know if he's saving gas. I don't know if his car is turning to crap. I don't know what, but 4/10 and dropping with 4 laps to go. Maybe we can get around him too, as we get a good turn 1. And we pulled 2/10 on him just like that. As we're trying to hang her out just a touch. As stuck. I think that's stuck. It is stuck in the 88. Just gets really loose. And then I just get the run on him. And that is kind of aggressive. We're going to hang her out. And we're going to make it stick for now. As you see, we have a crash up in front of us. And that is Spank. Watch out. Watch out. Almost I get really loose. But just like that, we go from 5th to 3rd. Just like that. And okay. That's all I gotta say is okay. So just like that, we're gonna be on the podium. If I don't spin her out. As we're coming to the white flag, 1 lap to go. Sponsored by BJ's Travel Center. # cheap plug. As I don't think I'm catching young boy Terrell. I think that's a negatory. As Hunty is going to win the race. We're coming in here for the final time. And I just say heck with it. That was a bad turn 3, but it doesn't matter. So Hunty wins. Young boy gets 2nd. And I get 3rd. Jay Miller's going to get 4th. And Spain's going to get 5th. So. Okay, first off, timeout. Let's give a call to young boy Terrell. That is his best finish of the season. By a lot. I think, no, he had 1 top 5 at Doval. That's right, he did. But yeah, 2nd place by a lot. Maybe that's the break that 95 car needed after a driver change, after someone was being an idiot, not naming names. That's the fresh start. That's a good result for them. But for us, in our 37 Kleenex Chevy Camaro, we, after getting punted into the fence, first turn of stage 3, I would take a 3rd place finish. I felt like we were really fast, we were really loose, and I like how we fought back, and we had the fastest lap of the race. I like how he fought back. And also, I want to give a big shout out to my boy Mayo Coop for getting that first win of his Cup career. Congratulations. I always knew he could do it. And I think that's it. The next race is Talladega. I'm already shaking and being scared. Thank you all for watching. Subscribe and have a good day.